Adishimama, Yamamu Yinaju Mamwakwaba, Eba United Television, ye studios or worship house at Beka Junction, ye no Siakasebo, also move for son so dear Mayeno, and I don't feel back with the enemy. Me, Eja Kwabena, Mene. Nana
Ekia Kobi.
Ye de ba besumo, ye come see a Casibwe. I bought for a special ice in shoe and a special drink. Sounds so and this chocolate drink, and then the coffee drink and so equal you. Would I not to China? Best for saving saloons, a boy, papa, and a fee, need for full editor Bequine, Sementia, or Monso, equal when Yasim Kumakra, Casabono South Share Quanya. Your social media had the Saudi Union, DSTV, channel 360. Ubinyaye. I feel somebody, but the Dumakutini Bini said, Abaya who draw, and as a man who draw, Abana Musifua, what the Obesungan and the Mumakumaku Num, I do Krata, Akuchia Mampeni.
Nane cha Edema Police Council what the asuja say nyame aduma wo be hwe say aposifo wo mu bedi mraso no wo madi wo mu huni e wo adwuma wo mu ye no emu
we dey yi asam data ye to ya data imu ya to kakra na hwe omo se fi July dey kan ye tumu akọ ohamu chemudu ekopim ohamu chemudu nu why e be di hu nkomo
Nene minority kokosa womo ewo mrahye bihwefie ne womo kase womo say womo srese aban wonfa kwan bi so no wone anasefo ne midwife fo yi enkasa se ne ebe ya womo be ya adwuma no na wo bibiara wo pa yaresa no wonsa etumi edi aka
na anasefo nsem ne midwife nsem ya na Ghana fo bi akasa se de ekọ no ano hyerodo nti wonhwe nyahu bibi
Nene GS edi ato echichafo animu se womo hwe na womo amfa womo ho ankofrafra eye se womo koma suku ni bi apo womo sa so omu a womo adwuma no womo nsa ebehwere
ensemi ka ho na ye de bremo afi ye mowura kasebo no mu aban anasa aman makomako enum nipa ye womo so omeso womo man e wo Ghana mamu ha no e do womo nkrata e kire se womo na womo man asoma womo se omeso womo biso man na namu no womo do nkrata akoma mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na mpanyinfo enumin ene owura Edward Ndowi Mana awfi Burundi Atik Mohsen ono fi Tunisia afi Lincoln Dona ono fi Jamaica and afi Ata Nasios you did say kwesi se dan yo ko sinis we Greece fo dinti ne bone e din kakra ana bakun so no so ofi Vietnam empanyifo do mkrata akwakoma mampani se womo ana besu womo mananamu e wo Ghana.
We appreciate the cordial relations between Ghana and Burundi, and we believe that your tenure as ambassador would make our two countries come even closer together. There's a lot that we can cooperate on. We face the same challenges. We know that Burundi has come out of a period of turbulence, but we're following the progress, and I think that Burundi has done very well in building back in terms of its democracy and its management of its resources in the interest of its people. There's a lot that we have in common, including the African Continental Free Trade Area, and so it is possible for us to explore the items that we can exchange between ourselves, duty-free and tariff-free, in order to increase the level of trade between our countries. The world is becoming increasingly transactional, and multilateralism is giving way to unilateralism. Countries are determining the relationship between themselves and other countries based on what is in their economic interest. And I believe that Africa should also start looking along the same lines. I mean, God has imbued us with our natural resources, and so we must have a greater say and fairer share of the natural resources that we have. I noticed that Burundi is endowed with copper, cobalt, gold, just like Ghana is. We have lithium, bauxite, gold, and I believe that the time has come for our people to get a greater share of those natural resources in order that we can build a life of dignity and prosperity for our people. Ghana and Burundi hold common positions in the African Union. and it is my hope that we'll continue to work together to strengthen the African Union and be able to create a union that we all can be proud of as being the mother union of the African continent. Ghana has played a pioneering role since we gained independence in 1957 in the creation of the African Union, and we continue to play a prominent role in that organization. We currently occupy one of the vice chair positions, and it is our hope that next year, when it becomes the time of West Africa to assume the chair of the AU, Ghana would be interested, and we count on the support of Burundi when the time comes.
Nane ena His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wopa Police Council Huntuma. Eno nenam so I'm a Vice President Edima Omai Ghana Professor Nana Jean Opoku Ajiman. Waji atum se wono en wobeye cha ediama Police Council yi. No de to just say wobehwe se ne ebeye a aposifo wo madwuma wo mudi no akoyi na nokredie biara ye hwehwe wo Omai Ghana mu afri wo mo nche no so wo mo nsa etumi aka na Omai Ghana empuntu ayehwehwe ne nsa so aka.
The work of the Police Council is not ceremonial. This is a moral and strategic compass meant to guide the integrity, professionalism, and transformation of our law enforcement institutions. This responsibility is a serious one. The decisions we make will impact the safety of our citizens, the morale of our officers, and the trust between the law enforcement, and the public. I pledge to lead this council with transparency, inclusivity, and a deep respect for the rule of law. My fellow council members and I will work to ensure that our police service is empowered, well-trained, and accountable, and as well equipped to meet the evolving challenges of modern democratic policing. We must promote a culture where the uniform is a symbol of honor, not fear. We must work to foster trust between the police and the communities they serve, emphasizing community policing, human rights, and no tolerance to the abuse of power. Discipline within the service will be firm and fair, and every officer will be held to the highest standard of conduct.
Wa police for some year ho na ye man pen His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edi tuja echire mu se police adwumaku na adwumaku a anka wo hwe wiase amansa nyina wo mu di omhu nipa na so de ma hodo bi koso Omai Ghana police mu a ha adwene entie mo tumi ko manim se na se musi ko no wo je se bi wo ho a onipa no esese bra so se promote no ye promote no no bi o wa chire ye ma no so hwim ababetwa de odi kan no o se ba ne se ha adwene ye papa afa no achi so no Enfani say bia obi ye na adwuma na adwuma na oye na sanse na adwuma no eso ne obebi owo no na commander kro no wo ho no ne nya adwene ti no ye ma onipa no so a ekura bi ase tu ne dina kwa kwahye ene ne mahodo bi a eka ho a emmoa police adwuma ko no mampani kire se sane ma ne nyina no eso omutumi hwe na omsiesie na police fa no to mapa ifra.
The Ghana Police Service must be a beacon of integrity. For too long, issues of politicization, arbitrary promotions, disregard for seniority, unfair postings, and breaches of professional conduct have cast shadows over the service's credibility. I'm fully aware of the frustrations among the ranks of the police service and the general public. Many of your officers feel sidelined and demoralized, and many citizens feel unheard and unprotected. These conditions are not sustainable in a just and democratic society. Today, I charge this council that we have just sworn in to be bold and impartial, address these grievances swiftly and justly, re-establish the trust within the service and between the service and the citizens. Do not allow power to overshadow fairness. Let professionalism, not political pressure, guide your decisions. We must restore the police service to its noble place as a force for good, governed not by fear but by respect of an appreciative public, not by intimidation, but by exercising lawful authority. Ladies and gentlemen, security is not simply the presence of armed personnel on our streets. Proper security exists when citizens feel safe in their homes, on their streets, and in the hands of the institutions established to protect them. And that is why I emphasize a people-centered vision of policing, which is built on community partnerships, dialogue, accessibility, and empathy. Our police must not only be enforcers of the law, but must be collaborators with the society, working with our communities to prevent crime, to resolve disputes, and to protect vulnerable populations.
Nene edom kuma wo mrahye bedwafie eye ensemtwofo nhyiamu na wo de omo kanina ne se wo hwa eye enei anasefo ene midwifefo so wo makọ strike na wo de omo kanina ne se aban no wonhwe na wo ne wo ntenase na hyehyeye biara esese wo ye na asomdwie eba no wo nsa etumi aka esan se wo amfa kwan bi so ene wo ankasa yie na wo anka nsem bi a ebeto wo masum ama asomdwie aba strike ye to ntwada enti wo sere wo se wo nsesa wo se ne wo fa so aye adwuma no na asomdwie emra na strike no so eto ntwa.
We in minority don't believe that the nurses are at any fault. It is their right. They are seeking their right. I would want to know any of you who think this just is not justified in Appendix A of their CBA. Is it the issue of rural incentive allowance that was agreed that is meant for nurses and midwives in the rural areas so that we can have nurses and midwives in the rural area? Which of them would you say is not legitimate? Is it the issue of fuel allowances, which has been historical since 60s for these people? Is it the issue of uniform allowance, which has been there since the 1960s? It couldn't have been changed in any republic, and it cannot be changed under a previous government. It cannot be changed now. We are here to plead with the nurses to understand that even if governments see the need to engage them, they should go with the good faith with Ghanaians at heart. Because getting all the money without the lives that we have lost brings no joy to anyone. So as minority, we are mindful of the fact that we are not stoking it up and asking them to prolong the strike. We are only asking them to be merciful as far as the tables are concerned, that when they go to sit, they must be merciful to see the need to be reasonable. Reasonability means you appeal to their conscience and say, if you are asking for 8 things, we cannot. You know what? In the budget, we'll do 3. Maybe the next budget, we'll do 2. Let government change their posturing towards these people and let them not use the law and let them not frighten them.
Yakom na shebedwam na ye namusi ne prince akwato ye nkra firi ho no ye ni komo kakra nya ne tie sem na shebedwafo dwumade omugye no wo mon atwe asensen prince otemenka edi enti na akwakoba saa
bia ye maka na fo nyina akwaba mepiem bu na television so na ele no di kan kire mu no ye ma akwaba na se yewura Dr. Afriye ayu na opani Ghana for beka ya Dr. Fonsa semane ade amane homene so yi we bring ya no tino odikane central for edi nkomo ono o church nsoma hudu mu se ekwan a wo hwe se de the minister na aban na kasa kwa no ele doctor so no e fa so no nurse for no ono susu se enye sa kwan na o se omotwe no mo address issue no na nurse for no so obetan tro mo se ade hie ewu nkofo otwero mo nkwa nti omo so mo consider de eko na omo ntu anamo a sabi esafata de betumi aboa na me no sansre bi mo se aban nya de betumi pia na oni nuanumi eni nkomo a eba ade akomato ye munsem eba na eno ne outside chamber sabre na parliament kwenya entrance eno ntino emra enumre ya na attorney general ebe answer the questions ni na sefo nti owie ye ni mu no na just a leadership edi nkoma and yura afie ayu sorry jana na so and also raise concern and yura ahiafo on the first deputy speaker of parliament actually mo say dabi that is all the procedure the opekwan bi so no o dey raise this no wa wo fia ha no me say mprebe mienu ne me ensa so ni woni me say de ifia hyehyɛ do etie and ntu no ontu anamon a osusu sɛ ebetumi aboa na ɔmo nyina afa so na ni nyina wona kyerɛ sɛ enya de a na yura free sɛ no guso ka ne ensɛm nti na kyerɛ sɛ enya de a speaker bi tie de ɔka no na yura ahiafo ɛka sɛ sɛ ɔpani ni tie de ɔka de a ɛne masha mo emra no meyi no emfa free chamber hɔ no emfa no empia bonten na enum na minority for nkyɛn sɛ hwɛ ɛhe ne he sɛ omeyi hwan emfa mpia nya de ɔmakwan ne masa ade no akɔso na kyerɛ sɛ mfa sɛ this parliament ya la parliament this parliament so ɔbɛka ye a ɔpani ba ko a speaker of parliament akasa yura abambabin ɛhwɛ sɛ yenyi ɔpani no no ɔnstem bi ɔno no yɛ challenge yɛ ɔkyerɛ sɛ masha emeyi ni mpio ɔno oyi ni pie nti ɔmo makwan ma masha ma meyi yura free yɛ mpie sɛ so mo hu de bɔne bi asabe ɔpani no aya a ɛwɔ sɛ masha ebeyi ni pie ɛne nti ɔmo nyina begina yura free n'anim sɛ so masha bɛma ɔmfa ne sanka no na wonu sɛ masha no so o control both minority ne majority ni nti na akwa te sɛ ahobrasiye kwan so na kasa mesrɛ madwuma na meyɛ nti sɛ bɛyɛ nkɔfa ahaw ne amane bi mma na nimu no ɛna Mr. Speaker a Jane House no na ma ɔmode akɔhyɛ nyame yɛ atoma ɔkyena nti no ubisame a deɛ kɔɔ so ɛwɔ chamber no ɛno ɛnam so ma menteme ho ase baa ne mum epira anaasɛ bi a pintie bi te sɛ deɛ bi ehu yɛ no bibi saa deɛ ankɔ so ne mum anopa baa ne oboni besi the heated moment ɛna ɛno ɛkɔɔ so ɛwɔ hɔ no
ne kyerɛ sɛ ɛbra na wɔ kasa no na speaker twi na adwene sisu sɛ mmara ne hyehyɛ na wɔn na hyɛ bedwa mu a wɔn de ɛyɛ adwuma nti ne hyehyɛ no so mfa nyɛ adwuma ɛna obu na nigu so ɛna ma wi kɔba yɛ ana
sana am kan ne hyehyɛ ne nyinaa ɛte because the speaker kyerɛ mu sɛ ɛnya adeɛ a ɔbɛma no kwan ma no raise consent bia ɛne nti so bibi ka ɔntwɛn na ɔmugu ɔkyerɛ sɛ ɔnkali motion nakasa na ɔmfa bɛpie mu wɔ hɔ no na ɔntu anamɔ nanso sɛ statement bi na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ nso a obetumi ayɛ ba so ɔma no kwan ma aka ne nsɛm bi deɛ ɛnya deɛ ɔma kwan ma na aka nsɛm bi asa tie no na pɔpani no hyehyɛ mu so da bi ɛwɔ sɛ wotie deɛ memeka ɛfiri sɛ yɛ raise consent no deda nti sɛ woantie mi a na ɔkyerɛ mu sɛ no ɛneɛ mahyɛ mefa no ɛmfa mp ɛna ɛkɔfa saa hikyɛ mu sɛ deɛdi kakan no ɛbaeɛ
awie yɛbɛda ase paa ne wama neɛbɔ yɛnam krisa akwa no to yɛ nkra yi ɛde fie mmarahyɛ badwa mu ɛwɔ nsɛm ahodoɔ a ɛsiiɛ no ɛnti ma yɛn nyinaa wei so na yɛnkɔ nkɔgye yɛaboafoɔ nkratoɔ yɛba a yɛbɛto ɛkasa bɔ nso ntwɛn Messi ayɛ a monhwɛ yɛn why kɔso ne yɛnte hwee wɔ ha
phone. So, oh, then, me searching. The building me searching, and they are coming to me, mammy. They be oh, no. Oh, say, oh, so bad jam, I'm on there, Uber to me, jam, I'm simple cry. Hey,
when you mean film, when you film, more comes to Casa, I'm with my baby, meaning a day.
Adeshima, my mamma, na kwaba, yes, from your twakasi, a bonus, so Eddie Mamma.
Ye kwase ye hwe apomudi ho ensem so na soafo no ne office ne yebo awura oninyafo kwabena minta kando ono yesoafo hwe apomudi ho ensem so da tuje chirim se anesefo atieti o mamu nyina mu ama niam bi ya ha adwene ayaresane ayerehwe ya ha adwene no ade a won de edomakoma so mo ne anesefo betumi akasa se ne be betumi aboa ama oha bi wo ho a motumi ahwe no motumi asisi ni nyina osisudia kan se esanse niema akwadia akwakoye ninti no de oho bebre na abare nyesi aban abunani de agudi omo ka no so aban ni bde so ye pa na mum no kame se punu no mun sin wieye ahobane na enko wieye eno nti na akoye se bia nanti twetwan kakra bi akwakoba na so twetwa mo nanse kakra eto mo sere se obi ahwe bibi obeye se na bebetumi aboa ama pomdon sam no atumi agina yi.
While expressing our deep regret over the current impasse leading to the strike and the suffering patients enduring, the ministry states emphatically that government appreciates the invaluable contributions of Ghanaian nurses and midwives to the development of the health sector. Government remains committed to the needed engagement that will lead to the approval and implementation of the new conditions of service for nurses and midwives. Accordingly, government has directed the Minister of Finance and the Fair Wages and Salary Commission to, as a matter of urgency, lead the development of a roadmap to ensure a smooth implementation of the process. We engage the leadership of all Nurses and Midwives Association within the health sector on 30th May 2025 to address their challenges and discuss the subsequent roadmap leading to the implementation of the new conditions of service. Fortunately, the other associations supported my intervention, with the exception of the GRNMA, which declined and proceeded to declare the strike on the 2nd of June 2025, despite the NLC caution. The National Labour Commission on Thursday, 5th June 2025, summoned all stakeholders to an emergency meeting to address the matter. However, the GRNMA failed to attend the meeting. Consequently, The NLC was compelled to take legal steps to declare the strike illegal and called on the GRNMA to immediately call it off in line with law. Yesterday, Monday, 9th June 2025, we invited the Fair Wages and Salary Commission to engage the GRMA, the Ministry of Finance, and the Ministry of Health to deliberate on roadmap for the successful implementation of the new conditions of service. At the meeting, the Fair Wages and Salary Commission once again, in accordance with law, directed the GRNMA to call off the strike to allow negotiations to continue. Government wishes to stress its readiness to further engage with a view to implementing the conditions of service in a manner that does not dislocate the national budget. We wish to draw attention to the fact that the conditions of service under reference are not captured in the 2025 budget and will completely throw the economy off gear if implemented immediately in the manner it currently exists.
Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Nyako Ampem Nene Wakasa was say anesefo and afa midwife fo ni na wosre omada say wo momra no wo ntena se ne se na be ya wo mo betumi akasa na ade bia wo mo hwehwe no wo matumi eye ede ama wo mo na sa brain prempren mu de wo mo kasa wo mo demand ne so pa de a eno ebobe Ghana yesika sem no ho ka yie pa esan se sika wo mo hwe no eye 2 billion Ghana cedis eno so emodu ebe ha Ghana yesika sem.
From the Ministry of Finance, we want to show our commitment to help in resolving this important issue, because our nurses are very, very critical to healthcare delivery, and we appreciate what they do. But the reality is that we have over 120,000 nurses, and the implementation of the current condition of service that they are demanding will have serious consequences for the budget. In fact, if we fully implement it, we are going to add in excess of 2 billion cedis to the compensation budget. We have all committed that in our resolve to reset the economy of this country, we must maintain a 1.5% primary balance surplus every year in order to bring our debt levels to sustainable levels. And so it is important for us to manage expenditure. And so we want to appeal to our revered nurses that we are willing to negotiate, to sit with them and the Ministry of Health to agree on a roadmap that will help us incorporate what can be accommodated in the budget for next year. And we believe that they have all seen the hard work we are all doing to manage the economy better. We want to appeal to them that they should let us sit down and discuss what can be accommodated so that we can all have a win-win situation for all of us.
Ye call ye data nsemu mu eno a na je de bibia sei be ko social media no na de be ko WhatsApp ene de kaka ho nyina na ya na data no ne bo de to ya na hwi na ekọ na no na de so afọ wo hwe nkitawude nsam so na senkrato nsam so onyonyamfo Samjata George e de atodwa echire mu se woni wo mu a ye telcos no me ka telcos na ye MTN Telcel ene one year kaka hono wono mo ahia to adwuma de to manim say wo mo hwe na bundle no data no wo mo tumo ha mu chemudu num 15% nje say wo to data no a sankeze say bia dodo ese wunya no ese so mo de 15% eka ho e de maw na wo chese sa na motu a wo tue no we de aboase na be ya ye de data ye adwuma no ye nko na say ye binya so mfaso na wo mu say telcos no be fa ho kan de na so no wo gidi say tumi bo magana fo so hu tumi han kakra na o chese wo muso ha hudo bebre wo hode na so be hwe kwan so akwansia bi na se akwansidie bi a wo ho e ma telcos no so ntumi nyoma adwuma yi no obeboa ma otumi aye na osomom de som ye no emu ada ho fan.
I want to reiterate my commitment to an engagement-led style of leadership that involves all my stakeholders, listens to their challenges, and works to address them in a manner that benefits the entire ecosystem. We need intense competition in the sector, but it must be healthy and sustainable. I am committed to value-added data bundle offerings, and most importantly, these policy actions will culminate in price reductions in the medium to long term. However, the recovery from 8 years of mismanagement cannot be completed in 4 months. To this end, I have mandated that all operators make critical investments in their networks to improve quality over the next quarter, that is from July to September. The regulator will commence a rigorous quality of service assessment in the final quarter of the year, October to December. Defaulting operators will be sanctioned. I will also, at this point, commend the CEOs of the 3 telcos for their pledged commitment to collectively invest approximately $150 million in their networks between now and the end of the year to enhance quality of service, either by acquisition of spectrum or introduction or acquisition of new transmitters and equipment. At this juncture, I am pleased to announce that my engagement with the CEOs have resulted in the following specific measures, which are to take effect from Tuesday, 1st of July, 2025. Airtel Tigo Ghana, AT Ghana. A 10% increase in all data bundles currently offered by the network. Additionally, the 400 Ghana CD bundle, which currently offers 195 gigabytes of data, will now offer 236 gigabytes of data. Ghana Telecommunications Company Limited, Telecel. Also, a 10% increase in all data bundles currently offered by the network. Their 400 Ghana CD bundle, which currently offers 90 gigabytes, will offer 250 gigabytes from 1st of July. Scancom Ghana Limited, MTN. A 15% increase in all data bundles currently offered by the network. And I'm pleased to announce the restoration of the 399 Ghana CD bundle, which currently has been changed to the 350 CD bundle that offers 92.88 gig, will henceforth be reinstated to 214 gig for 399 Ghana CDs.
Na GS de kokobo ama chechefo ni na say wo mo nhwe na wo mo mfa wo mo ho ankwa ankohye eye examination more practice ni mu esan say wo mo yesa wo madwuma ebebo wo mo empem bebre ya na wo betese yesi teacher fo bi ama school fo bi apo teacher fo bi ebu school fo bi ama aye ye niam bi e examination ho ano be ha adwen wo mo sere se sa brady wo pese school fo na nkasa de wo madwen ekotro nsohwe no se ne ebe ya adachi asemunti no eno ebeboaye nti wo mo sere wo mo hwe wo mo fa wo mo ho anjim.
Examination more practice one big issue the Director General is taking it very seriously. You believe in say akwala okochoro social na watch with integrity, watch with honesty, on what na holding the confidence that they are trying. Results be obinyano, it is better than akwala obefa dubious means and also bad ways a very good result. For us at the management level, we are so keen on integrity and honesty in the examination. Because of that, almost every management person in the Ghana Education Service headquarters, we are not sitting here. Everybody is going out to monitor how the examination is going, how the students are feeling, how the teachers and the supervisors are conducting themselves, so that we can gather first-hand information on what's happening. We are also providing supporting system for teachers and supervisors and vigilators in social media. The next one is that for teachers, head teachers who are caught engaging or facilitating more practices, going into the GES code of conduct and WAEC regulations on the exams. In fact, even including the fact that a teacher could lose his job or a head teacher could lose his or her job based on some more practices, we are encouraging all teachers and supervisors say you have done your work for the past 3 years. You have been teaching the students, mentoring them, guiding them, even assessing them as well. And this is the time you leave them to write the exams. And yen tokwa exams, and we believe say we shouldn't approach it like ye kokon just a means of assessing how far you were able to understand some of the things and how far, even going forward, the teacher should also look at or more teaching methodology now. The say find a particular one difficult, and then we know we have to change how we into examination because a data collection in itself. Into your best say everybody will comply, and let's have a very peaceful examination week.
Yɛbɛsan kwa nesifo nsɛmsɛm yɛ mo isan so mate atwenti na ma yarehwe ɛnhyɛ dan kɔse de sɛ ko yɛ ne Ghana fo bi di nkɔmɔ ɛma ma dwonkyerɛ mo de fa anaso mo kyerɛ mo adwene ɛfa de ɛkɔso no ɛho
ɛwɔ mu sɛ aban di ɔmo ka na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛtu ɔmo ka na mepa ɔmo kyɔ ɔmo nkɔ na ɔmo mpanyinfoɔ wɔ hɔ ɔmfa ɔmo nkasa na ɔmo mbra aban hɔ na ɔmo bɛhwɛ aban so ɔtie asɛm nti ɔbɛti ɔmo na nea yɛ sɛ ɔyɛ no ɔnyɛ ma ɔmo ɛnyɛ saa ɛbɛha yɛn
adwuma bia panimu wom nti aka me fisa nka ɔmo ne ɔmo pani no ɛntena ase na ɔmo ne nka sɛ ɔhaw sɛ ne yɛwɔ mu na ɔmo pani no nso ɛntu anamɔn ɛmfa ho ansa na ebia ɔmo take decision bi sɛ ɔmo kɔ strike nyɛ deɛ ɔpania ɛna ɔbɛnya nti bi sɛ ɔsɛ wo kɔ strike no sɛ wo papa ɛna yare ɛna yɛde na kɔ hospital baby ɛna wɔn so kodo nurse ni bia ɛni hɔ ɛna owu a also how will you feel? Oh, how will you feel? Because you see, oh my Ghana, you're Christopher, you're someone you do your home. It's like I say, yes, we are sacrificing. Because Sebi, Obi, so we ought to fear onye Jumaye. But also, ababe to Yaoka.
Abai, only non to your catch, say, only Janica and Janica, and Colonia, or didn't cook with Jababi, Enco Casa, Enco Parliament. It said you're Tiana Calman and Yaho, a demon in Yaho Deno. As what Michaelis was called from Yaho. No so to mo e panatopa ban your tissue do on tissue muna so mo de ne ka o mfema o mo because say wo ye adwuma ne entua aka de e ya pa say stock kura keke hayi so ye adwuma hana pagya ko na pagya ba ne entua o ka at least do we fa me ne ma kura yi se ma entua ne ka next time no me fa ntie se o mutua o mo ka no mutimi e be hwe ye o mo ne kura ye
aban ne hwe o mo ntutuye bi a ebetima aboa na SSFo no so na se de be ya mo wetima ya adwuma na amaye no mesre ye excellency John Dramana Mahama se omboa omo ena health ministries no se eboshe bi a omo hye omo no omo ndi so se de be ya omo so be ya adwuma amaye ye nyina ye hontoye because ye nim se mo politicians die mo yare kura mo betima kwatwa ticket eko abrochire akwasa mo ho yare ya ye to abana ma won so ye
Adesh mama yenyina we so ne sanso enkwa mekase boy so yesre mo ye basisia
Adishimama ya na masisa butwan ya fe yakase bono ye to aso.
Nene Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Sumana Bagwin, wakasa no say, one mu de emrebi enhyehyeye bi eba batu akwanu a eno ebeboa ama wo ma ye nhyehyemu afa ye lifestyle a ye living ho. Ni titro ne Ghana for and private sectors no na afei wo ma ye aban dwumayefo ni na ahwe. Esan se mpem bebre obehu na ebia wo bi akatwe a wogye no na wo hwe ne lifestyle bi a wo live pa na wo check a wo de compare anka February because wo dwen ho se sika ipa we eje na ka wo dem wo edan ya wasie wo mo hwehwemu a wo mo enhye dante ase esa nti enei wo mo de mra bi ba beto wo na me ne wo nso ayeye yankase adwuma no ebra bi aye bo ne ye hwe adwuma ayeye mfaso ayenya enya mfaso bi a enso ye live lifestyle bi a ano odi eti enei Ghana fo no mu bi a kire wo madwen edi afa ho
Ansene de samfoni no ebebre mu no mama yenko ensem fufuru mu omo de atudwa se ukọ obabi ye fro ekomog na mane bone kire sa manfo baba ye kiosk ne container taxis wona womu no nuane ne nema ho bi no kra na yese obrase ye koso ne nyasem kuma kra gentra brei ene enubone no no enya grokra nti ama importem ho ne de nukra nema hyeda nkoye wo STC station echipe na school bi efra no Ghana Lebanon Islamic Senior High School ho no omo chese sanse sa ne pa bono foi bobra bone ne ahohwibra ho nti no ama eya ka school no kra nti wo msere se aban mehwe na sa ho no wo mubu ni nyina ngu
Tackle Ecomog ewo SCC business station na chipe na emprempren ya yekase squatters no na chese wo mo ayaje aboso wo no ani omo tete wo no mo enam so emasabre okopie mu ewo wo no mo anyame anim no kranie ene ahyawo brade ayaje aboso ewo ho kronosem ayaje aboso ewo ho no enubone ho adwadie ene niama ensem fata enamra kwan so adwadie ekwan so ekoso wo ho no no esani ense okakire Enfempene ne edunumwo Accra Metropolitan Assembly AMFo kane eye amrado na oda eme ano Dr. Alfredo Kovandapoy ejina asokura ne mema ekokodwiri adan ya ne sisi won munyina tugu baabi kura railway lines ne zo nyina enso ne ya ye kase YouTube ntwefo epeja ye camera score e tro ye kwa ho kokopie mu ono no ye hunu se wo masa akọbọ mo sesen wo no ma ne enya ho gono so kura ma chese sabre amambonfo sem nko na ekoso wo no management Emma Ghana Lebanon Islamic School ede to empanifo twetwo wuro anim se emprempren yomo hwe no mo emeyi sa squatters ni nyina emfi wonom Abdul Rahim Muhammad Secretary Emma Hagu Mubin Institute wono so ede nano atomu bi wo se how kese pa empanifo enka ho asem
Please hanomono about 20 meters to the school no ye ho say ye bubo illegal structures wono ma omo so no sebi ye beka se omo yankrofo bi a omo suban nye ena ade a edi ohaw ebebre school no ene nkola na omo sansua ade wo ho san se suban omo kura no enya suban pa wono ma sebe ye beka se atutufo ene wono ma omo use drugs a omo tonton so ena ahasu se obi ekobokro no na oba na okohoro omumu a yehunu enti ye twen omo adwen ba so se emre bi atwa mu no a saa time na Okuvanda na oye Accra mayor no o clear ha nyina ema obi ani ho now so government no change hands no ena omo san baaye aje so aso baaye no obeye AMA no boss no ono so baaye ono so be clear ono now so you say sisi so ye election na power change hands no omo san baaye say omo di say juma no enti ye petition won say ade yi ebe ha nkola no adisia ena security wire so no ebe ha omo enti ye sere omo say omo mbe mu na omo be yede na omo ntu omu infree ha
member Emma Parent Teacher Association no e wo school mu honom e kire mu anyame anim no kure ni e kire se sadia amambonfo sam e koso e wo empatem honom nipa nkwa ene ejapade de sane mu no krono ene niam bi a ensem fata ekoso wo no wode to regional minister anim ena afei Accra Metropolitan Assembly no anim se empanifo nhwa saade we won senkaye anya sa ebegye nsrepede mpataku ebegye nsɛm ma kyɛ sɛ wɔn yɛ ho hwia enyi
nkola no omo complain say sometimes yetumi di on phone omo basko a yetumi di on phone nipa no ye kola na obi abedi on phone na obe say obi shout na oyi scan ana oyi tu nti am say sometimes no nkola no omo pese on be basko has na ade ba ko a ye hu say ekoso no first no satam na squatters no omo ni ho no school ha nkola no nyina omo basko ha no omo be use school na hu say omo ye gentle omo ye neat omo ye calm decent bebre directors or baby HRs or baby but sisi anu nkola no omo boade omo life aye basa hu say nipa no akola no o start ba school na waye yoyo na onsu oshiwi titinu su na anya sanity nti we kire say omo ba school no na ade a omo ho okwan so no omo sua nti affect omo dachi nti yestre say every responsible agencies omo to me sir omo be yi omo free hano omo boa because that is Ghana dachi the children here and more so to this boarding school.
Ewie de kasebo ni nyina besi ewa ha na ye de aseda mam se wuni abre na mo hwe ye na mo no meka wo se so betwitwe osia na eye pepsodent ye nyina nim se apose ba kwa agi dini ye nim refitititete no ne dia ne pepsodent nkwada mi de twitwe mo se mpani fo nkokora ne mrewa osia tutu ma na kaba kumpa fa pepsodent twitwe wo se san se ebe mo se chinam na din na de do pemhia okora otumi abomu graw ama na tumi ayeyi wo mo na fi specialist name this way and need fufu so na ebo medical sebo yi ebremo akenkafo yeso mo na nwumre eyeme eja kwabenna bene
nana ekia kobi
da mo nyina se ma mo nhwa na ju no du e be san ba mo so yi